Ladies and gentlemen, Tàung Mega is officially relegated. Now I don't know what was going on within the ranks of Tàung Mega team, but then this is a team that was supposed to be relegated last season. But then, due to the fact that Orbit managed to go to the next stage, which is MOTSEPE Championship, they were not relegated. This is the same Tàung that conceded 14 goals in less than 5 games. If you can remember, they played against Muntiwa Solos on Saturday, and then they lost. They conceded 7 goals, and then on Wednesday they went, and Mahika Simpson went to play against them, and they lost 6-0. If I'm not mistaken, it's 13 goals, not 14. So this is the same team that considers 13 goals in less than 5 days. So when I look at their games that they have played within this ABC MOTSEPE League, they played 14 games and they lost 12 and only won 1 and drew 1. I don't know what the hell is going on with Tàung, but they did not come to the party. Playing 14 games and drawing 1, winning 1, and losing 12. That says a lot. And within those games, they scored 15 goals. And guess how many goals they conceded? 49 goals conceded in a single season. 49 goals in 14 games. 49. Yeah, that's a lot of goals. So I don't know what might be the issue at Tàung or what needs to change. But then I don't think the players and the management of Tàung, not to be negative, but I don't think they had a thorough planning of how the team should perform. I do not think they made a proper assessment of the players, because if you have survived the relegation last season and then you come to next season, you tend to make a proper adjustment and fix the mistakes that you did last season. But they did not do that. Instead, they became worse. Tàung Mega is a team that is the only team that represents Tàung, that represents that side. But then they lost. I was watching their game. They were playing against Mahika Champion on their first leg. They played Mahika Champion, and then on the first half, their coach made a substitution. And he was left with only one substitution from his bench. And then when the second half started, he made that second substitution, and then the play went on, and then someone in his team got injured. So he played with 9 players in the field of play. Not because he cannot make a substitution, but because he did not bring the right number of players that are needed in the substitution. You are supposed to bring at least 5 so that you can make 5 substitutions, but he brought 2. And then he made those 2 substitutions, and then he did not have any substitution. And that game, I think they lost 6-3 or 5-3. I'm not really sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the same thing happens on the second leg. Mahika Champs went on to play against Tàung Mega, and they lost 6-0. And they had only 2 substitutions. 2. And they were playing a home match. So you sit down and think about how the hell did this team get promoted to ABC MOTSEPE League? Because I don't think the kind of football they play possess the right quality standard of football within that should be played in ABC MOTSEPE League. I'm sorry, but I don't think they did enough to improve their team, because if you got 12 games, losing 12 games in 14 games, surely there is something wrong with the team. Surely there is something wrong within the structure of the team. Surely the players are not in the right mindset to compete. Why didn't you come up with a solution on the first leg? Why didn't you come up with a solution as a coach, as a captain, as board members, as executives? Why didn't you come up with a strategy on how you can avoid the mistakes that you've made in the first round? Yet you didn't. I remember I was talking to their coach. I don't know whether it was a coach or an assistant coach or a what. After they were defeated 6-0 against Mega Champion, and I asked him, how are you going to change the results? And he was telling me that you must go and look at that interview that interview on YouTube. He was saying, no, we are left with we have four remaining games that we are supposed to win. By that time, the remaining games, he was talking about Unibo, NW Soccer Institute. He was talking about Themes FC. He was talking about NW Northwest Signals and Indomitable Lions. So sorry. And how are you going to win against those teams? Not that I was disrespecting, but I kind of laughed. If you can go back to that video, that interview, I laughed because you cannot win against those teams with the squad that you had. So they are officially relegated. And I hope that they can go back to the drawing board and do an introspection and actually find make a proper team that will represent them in ABC MOTSEPE League, because now that they have officially relegated, that means there is no team that is representing them that side in Tàung, and that's bad for their development structures. That's bad for their region, for their municipality. I don't know how things work that side, but they should do a proper introspection on how they want to run their teams, because this is not poor performance. It's the worst performance I've ever seen any team make in an ABC MOTSEPE League. It's the worst. I think they should do better, and they should have done better. And I just hope that they won't destroy that team, because normally when teams lose so many matches, they tend to destroy the team, and players do not want to come and all that. I just hope things work out for the best, and I hope they can regroup and at least work well and become a better team in Hollywood Regional, because that's where they are going. I just hope. But there are a couple of players within their squad, like their number 10. He's very intelligent. He's very good passing. It's just that he's surrounded by players that are not that good offensively and defensively. So hard luck to Tàung Mega Stars, and I hope they do well in Hollywood Regional League.